Well, thank you very much, Tom, and everyone for inviting me here today to talk about the Experience to Creative Island campaign, which we launched last June. It ran from June until October, but it's a campaign that I am very proud of, and the Center for Craft and Design and the Artisans and our tourism partners and friends who participated in it and helped us deliver. I just want to kind of make a point. I don't like giving presentations where there's not interjections. I can't get up here and talk. I'm not a talking head. So if you've got questions during any part of this, please raise your hand or just jump in and ask away. I have to start this off with a little introduction of the Center for Craft and Design, because I'm looking out in the audience today, and there's a lot of familiar faces, but there's also a lot of faces that I don't know. So I just wanted to give you an overview of who and what we are and how this campaign came to be. We are a not-for-profit charitable organization in the downtown of Sydney, but we're also an industry organization, unofficial industry organization, which represents over 100 artisans island-wide, and we have 75 of those represented in our gallery shop at any given time. We're open year-round. It's a beautiful state-of-the-art facility in downtown, over 14,000 square feet, and we've had over 80,000 visitors into our facility since the opening in 2005. Okay, so I'm just going to get into how the campaign came about, and it's almost a year ago. It was 2 days before the deadline. I always had this campaign in my head, but obviously as a not-for-profit, we need to find ways to leverage money. And I was just on the NovaScotia.com, or the government site, kind of looking at what funding opportunities there were. And lo and behold, there was this tourism experiential marketing application, but the deadline was 2 days away. And it's not a small application. And so I talked to Carol Beaton, who's our executive director, and she said, let's go for it. So I picked up the phone, I called Mary Tull. I said, Mary, I need a letter of support. I called Tom, I need a letter of support, and Donna McDonald in Inverness as well. And so we submitted the application and waited patiently to see if we were successful or not, and we were. So the idea was because it was experiential tourism, to highlight the experiential tourism craft product in Cape Breton. And we had a number of those on the go, and they were already being promoted on NovaScotia.com. So the idea when we were doing this was to capture artisans at work, but also to kind of, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit, but also to highlight the natural beauty of Cape Breton. So we went around to Nabu, we went to Inverness, we went to the North Shore, we went to Badek, Louisbourg, the Fortress of Louisbourg National Historic Site, and also the Center for Craft and Design, because we have a wedding ring making workshop that I know Catherine Ann has taken before. You want to show your ring? So the goals for the campaign was to highlight and promote the handmade experiential craft products, to increase visitation to artisan studios, therefore increasing sales of craft products and experiential product booking, launch the brand of the Creative Island, highlight the natural beauty and icons of Cape Breton, make use of new mobile and online technology, and make this campaign 100% Cape Breton made, which I am extremely passionate about, and I'll get into that a little bit more. And then further develop some key strategic partnerships with our tourism friends here on the island. We had, I'm going to tell you how this came about, the idea of the Creative Island. 2 years ago, Terry, we went to GMIST with the Celtic Heart of North America, and there was a contingent of 8 Cape Bretoners. We had a good time, and we were standing around. I was with Yvette Rogers of Celtic Colors, and we were talking about the creativity that exists on Cape Breton. On every little piece of Cape Breton, there's someone who plays a musical instrument, can sing, dance, make amazing products with their hands. And Yvette said, it's the Creative Island. And the marketer and me went, that's the brand. And, I needed to run with it. So I asked her permission, and she said, yeah, go ahead. But the idea with this, the brand of the Creative Island, was not for just the craft sector to own it, but also other cultural sectors or industries within Cape Breton. So, you could easily take this logo and, insert some instruments or some dancing shoes or something. So we worked with Vibe, Tracy and Neil at Vibe Marketing, to create this logo, and that was kind of the launch of the brand. Some of you, if not all of you, I hope, are familiar with our Artisan Trail Map. It's our most significant tourism marketing tool. We have, last year we were in the 5th edition. We printed 58,000 copies, promoting 36 artisan studios, and used the logo. Obviously, the logo of the Creative Island was included in everything that we did. And we used, again, just getting back to the local partners, local graphic designer and city printers were our, and always our printer. One of the I guess the coolest parts of this campaign is our mobile phone application. This was a huge part of what we wanted to do and kind of get to the next level in what we were doing in terms of marketing. So we worked very closely with Destination Cape Breton and Tourism Victoria County and Inverness to make sure that we could get this out there and in the hands of people. So there's a cross-platform mobile app, so including iPad, iPhone, BlackBerry, Android, and it mirrors more or less our Artisan Trail Map in that, you know, all of the content that is in there, it exists also on the app, but we wanted to kind of take it up a level. So allow travelers to explore or share experiences, update via Twitter, plan their trip, and kind of share while they were here in Cape Breton. And then obviously we wanted to highlight the tourism regions because people don't necessarily travel to Cape Breton for craft. It's a little bit of the icing on the cake. So we created a section in the app that highlighted the various regions of Cape Breton. And we include links to other cultural organizations and important attractions, including the Fortress of Louisbourg, etc., Highland Village, Gaelic College, and all the rest. And our partner in developing this was Icon. And I've made a note to myself because I didn't remember to put it in here. When we were developing this, I mean, there was a lot of learning experiences, and Tom referenced that this morning, and we do definitely have a lot of experiences with the Creative Island campaign. But one of the coolest things that has come out of this is that, you know, when we were doing it, we weren't really thinking that we were the only craft organization to do something like this. We've been approached now by the Craft Federation of Canada, Newfoundland Craft Council, and the PEI Craft Council called me yesterday asking for best practice. And we're thinking of turning it into a bit of a business. But and this is the video part. So before we introduce this, I'll probably get a little teary-eyed because every time I hear Yvette's voice and see this video, I just get excited and happy that I'm here living in Cape Breton.
A rock in a stream, we live in a painting, the island is shaped by what the wind sings. The salt of the earth is the lake at the heart of the island, portrayed by the tune played on your heartstrings. How to explain it? To explain it is to feel it. If you feel it, you can hear it. You need to be here to feel it. Inspired by what you see. Described by your hands, courtesy of your heart, courtesy of the shoreline that's shaped by what the waves sing. We live in a painting. The mountains are shaped by what the trees sing. Clouds, they are shaped by what the sea sings.
Yeah, we're pretty proud of that too. I do, but I have a cold. So we did that video in a very short period, pretty intense period, early in June, because obviously when you're shooting the outdoors in Cape Breton, you need the buds on the trees and you need the place to look green and to make it look like a great place to be. It is a great place to be. So we have a 30-second version of that as well that has a call to action that aired on CTV2 and CTV Halifax from the period of July 2nd to August 5th. And then we had this longer 2-minute version made for YouTube and the web. The local partners included here were Crew Productions, who shot from beautiful downtown New Waterford, who shot the video, Billy Yvette Avenue, Yvette Rogers Band, who we commissioned the song the song, and she created it for this video, and obviously starred in the video as well. And we made use of local models. We didn't have a huge budget for this, so we couldn't afford actors. But what I felt very strongly about is that, and kind of from a marketing perspective, I knew that if we use local models, they're the ones who are going to help us share this content and get it out. So Jody MacArthur of Cape Breton, well, she was at Icon at the time. Adam Young here from the Fortune of Lewisburg Association and others, friends that I called in and said, I don't have any money to give you, but I'll buy you a pint at the pub. Can you come and do this? Will you take a day off work? Can you get up really early in the morning and stand in front of a camera with hanging things on a clothespin? And I think that was probably the smartest thing we did, because those people are the ones that once we posted it to Facebook and YouTube, they started sharing it around. And I'll make reference to this later as some of the other things we did, but in non-online, we worked with Destination Cape Breton's visitor information centers, and we took this video to every one of them and said, can you play it on your LCDs? Can you talk to people about it? And when we went around the island for another campaign for the So You Think You Can Craft the Sydney Credit Union, we stopped in again to the VICs and said, how's it going? And they're like, people love this video. And those VIC staff, because local people in their community were on that video, they wanted to share it. They were very passionate and excited about it. So it was really, the community pride came out, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. One of the key elements of the campaign, or any campaign that I like to run, is to drive traffic to Cape Breton Center for Crafts, CapeBretonCraft.com, because we want to be the go-to website for all things craft related in Cape Breton and eventually the world. But so we created a URL for this that reflected the Creative Island brand, but ultimately would drive eyeballs to our website. And on the website, it had all of the information for the 5 experiential products and contact information of how to get there. And also, you could download the app or download our printed version of our Artisan Trail Map. And to kind of support this campaign, we took out some big box ads on Saltscape, Chronicle Herald, PEI. Our target market was predominantly Halifax, but we thought we'd venture into the PEI world a little bit. We did some Facebook ads and status promotions, and Google AdWords and YouTube promoted videos, and some search engine optimization. We went through our website and kind of made sure that everything that we needed to be having as keywords we did. We also, again, through the Celtic Heart of North America Cooperative, were part of the live streaming during, that video showed during the live streaming of Celtic Colors, and they had like over 14,000 views. I don't think Devin's here yet, but he can speak to that. We also leveraged it with more traditional marketing tools. So we took out print ads in Saltscape, the Tourism Cape Breton tab. We had one of the experiences listed in the DCBA booklet, experiences booklet. We had signage at all the artisan studios. So we had, we made these, I think they were 18 by something signs that we asked our artisans to put on the outside of their studio so they would be identifiable, because a lot of these places are people's homes, or it's a little shed or something like that, and people are a little bit like, is that a business or is it a shed? And of course, I mentioned that we work with the visitor information centers, and we gave all the staff pins as well, because we really wanted to drive home this brand. So the results. The ones that are in italicized, I'm not going to get up here and say that it was 100% awesome campaign. There were things that I learned not to do again. Saltscape, The Guardian, PEI, and the Chronicle Herald online ads didn't really have a great return for us, but I think it was the actual content that I provided. It was really, we just had an animated the Creative Island logo. I don't think that was enough to draw people in. I think we should have shown some of the, the beautiful shots from the video. Facebook and Google AdWords were really good for us. And the online video had over 4,000 views because we focused on the Facebook market and asking the models and friends to promote it, targeting it in Halifax, and of course the Celtic Colors live streaming as well. The center's website visitation for CapeBretonCraft.com increased 62% during this period, and we had over 2,000 visitors to the CreativeIsland.ca that came to CapeBretonCraft.com via the Creative Island, via the Creative Island URL. Our mobile app had over 1,300 downloads, which was great. And then Mary or Noelle, I'm just kind of taking some of the credit for this. DCBA did a travel intention survey, and they had a 52% recognition as a result of TV ads. So I think we have a place in there as well. And so, the real results, because we want to talk qualitatively, or quantitatively, sorry. Artisans had 47 booked increased experiences as a result of that. I don't have the sales figures. We don't always get those, but qualitatively, they all said they were up. Some of them were up 100% in August. Some of them had tripled their business. I think Brenda Reichel, who steers a glass in Inverness, because she was in Inverness with the Cabot links and that amazing shot of Inverness Beach, really helped her with her business. The Center for Craft and Science Gallery Shop has had a banner year, and we were up 18% during this time, 15% year over year. And I think from a branding perspective, or recognition perspective, the campaign was really well received by the industry. Had some lovely emails from Tom and a letter from Mary. The craft sector, our community, our artisans were totally excited about it, and the greater community who participated in it. So for us, it's a big deal. And I think I mentioned earlier that one of the goals is to strengthen our key partnerships. So we worked with Enterprise Cape Breton Corporation, Department of Economic, Rural and Development and Tourism Victoria County, Destination Cape Breton, and Inverness County as well. They all supported this campaign. Again, the community buy-in, and now I want to say we're a player in the tourism industry. Before we've only ever had that artisan trail map. Now we have a lot of great content, a lot of great experience, and we can get out there a little bit more to promote the craft sector in Cape Breton. And Jody MacArthur, I did not attend, and I don't know why, a session here in Bedeck, was it back in the autumn? And I'm at work doing something, and Jody starts texting me, "Oh my God, you won't believe it." And I'm like, what? She goes, Roger Brooks, who was here, referenced your campaign. And she's like, "It's awesome," and he used our app to travel around Cape Breton, etc. So I just thought that was the final stamp of approval that we needed to say that it was a job well done. And then, of course, as Tom mentioned, we were nominated for Best Online Campaign for 2013 Canadian eTourism Awards. And this is just some things, like I pulled off the web, but as I was doing it, I kind of went, well, we actually did that, which was a good thing. So tips for online marketing: create a campaign, we did. Provide excellent content, I think we did. A URL, absolutely, and a brand, and YouTube and Google AdWords, etc. And then we supercharged the video. I mean, the song really lends the intensity and the beauty of Cape Breton, and then we had a call to action. And so just thank you to everyone. And if you've got any questions, or you want to find us on Twitter or Facebook, we're also on Pinterest and YouTube and all the places that we need to be. Conference, sorry Tom, I got to plug my own conference. Check out creativeconference.ca on March 25th, 26th, and 27th in downtown Sydney. We're going to be lighting her up with an amazing conference and that focuses on growing the creative economy through creativity, collaboration, and change. Some of you have already registered. I encourage the rest of you to register. We have Bill Strickland coming in as our keynote, and some other really cool speakers as well. And talk to your municipal leaders because we want them there as well.
On behalf of our partners and the municipality of Victoria County, we'd like